Hello everyone, this is the Daily Devotional video for December 20th, 2017. Our passage for today is in the book of 1 Peter, chapter 2, verses 18 through 25. Slaves, submit yourselves to your masters with all respect, not only to those who are good and considerate, but also to those who are harsh. For it is commendable if a man bears up under the pain of unjust suffering, because he is conscious of God. But how is it to your credit if you receive a beating for doing wrong and endure it? But if you suffer for doing good and you endure it, this is commendable before God. To this you were called, because Christ suffered for you, leaving you an example that you should follow in his steps. He committed no sin, and no deceit was found in his mouth. When they hurled their insults at him, he did not retaliate. When he suffered, he made no threats. Instead, he entrusted himself to him who judges justly. He himself bore our sins in his body on the tree, so that we might die to sins and live for righteousness. By his wounds you have been healed. For you were like sheep going astray, but now you have returned to the shepherd and overseer of your souls. The title for today's devotional is Unjust Suffering. One of the hardest situations to bear is unjust suffering. We can expect to reap pain and trouble if we sow sin, but what if we haven't done anything wrong? Even trials that seem to come for no reason are easier to bear than those resulting from someone's mistreatment of us. This is what Peter had in mind when he wrote today's passage. Excuse me, I need to get a drink, sorry. Slaves in the Roman Empire had few rights, if any, and abuse was not uncommon. Becoming a Christian didn't change the circumstances, but it did require a different response. Peter told them to respectfully submit to their masters and endure mistreatment, because such a response finds favor with God. Whoever has been saved by Christ is also called to follow in his footsteps. Although the Lord committed no sin, he suffered death on the cross for us. Jesus not only paid the penalty for our sins, but he also made it possible for us to respond to mistreatment as he did. Christ's responses are noteworthy. First, because Jesus didn't revile or threaten those who hurt him. His silence was fueled by forgiveness rather than anger or thoughts of revenge. Even as he was being nailed to the cross, he prayed, "Father, forgive them." That's reference to Luke 23:34. Second, Jesus entrusted himself to the Father, who judges righteously. The Lord had no need to fight for his rights because he was doing exactly what God had called him to do. Our job is to make sure we're following Christ and living in God's will. Then if others mistreat us, we can simply hand the situation over to our Father, knowing that he will judge it rightly in his time. Wow. I love you guys so much. Have a blessed day and hope to see you back here again tomorrow.